Hi, this is Mel. I hope all of you are doing awesome. Today we're going to do a ghost story. This is based on a true ghost story. So this is about a ghost on the highway. So there was a lady. Her name was Rita. She got a job um, as a nanny. She came from India and she worked several years for someone where she came with the job, and then after that she was going to get sponsored for her green card, so she joined a family, American family, and the family had two kids, and her job was specifically to take the kid to the preschool, bring them back home, take them to activities, take them to the swimming pool, and just help them with the dinner. And the family had a huge house, and they had a cleaning person to do the house cleaning, but her job was to be the nanny. Now she didn't know driving and she didn't know very good English, so she had to learn the English going to the nighttime adult education center for English. And then she had to learn driving, but she was very scared of driving on the highway. She just drove in the cities, taking the kids for the doctor's appointment, dropping them off to the preschool, picking them up from there, doing the groceries, picking up the laundry and the dry cleaners, and getting the vegetables, fruits, doing groceries, and then cooking, taking the kids out to the park and playing, things like that. So her employer told her that we really need to go far away places, so you need to learn to drive on the highway. And she did drive a couple of nights, but she just was very scared. So her employer wanted to get rid of her fear for driving, and they also had to go to Florida. They had the beach house. So they went to Florida to the beach house, and then they called her a week later saying that I think you need to come for a week because we're going to be here another week, and I would like somebody to take care of the kids, and since we're paying you, so you should come. Now this was a huge thing for her because they wanted her to come with the car, and they are the one who provided the car and the gasoline and all that thing. But she never drove to Florida, so she was very, very scared. Now, where she lived from there, Florida was about 8 hours. So she was very, very scared. But they told her, okay, you can come a week later so you could take a whole week worth of classes and just to feel a little comfortable. So she did take a whole week worth of classes in the daytime and nighttime. They told her to just come at nighttime because it'll be less traffic, and take 2 nights. So drive 4 hours one night, then get into a motel, sleep, and then next night again start, so that way you be rested and you can drive 4 hours, so it's not so much for you. So then she started from her home after she took the classes, and she had no choice, she had to go. And she cannot say no because they sponsored her. She will lose the sponsorship, and that's how she could stay in this country. So she started, and then after she drove first 4 hours, then she stayed in a motel, and the next night she went again. And after 2 hours of driving, she felt, when there was only 2 hours left to get to the Florida, their beach house, she felt a little odd on the highway, and she lost the track and she missed the exit, even though she was really paying close attention. but it was a time when there was no GPS. So then she didn't know what to do, and she didn't want to drive any farther at the night time and totally go somewhere. So she took an exit and she went to a nearby gas station. But this was 2 a.m., so the gas station was closed. There was nobody. The store was closed. And then she saw outside the gas station there was a car and seemed like there was a man sitting in there. And she stopped her car, stood there for a while, and then she thought this is not going to work because I need to do something. So she opened her car and went walk up to that car, which was very stupid thing to do, but she had no choice. So she saw there was a man sitting in there in his 20s. So he opened the car door and then she explained and she said that she's lost and she thought she lost the exit and she doesn't know how to get back on the highway again and how to go to the Florida. So the guy saw that this lady was extremely panicking and she didn't even know good English, so she was putting her words together. So after she wrote down everything, the address and wherever she needs to go, and she had no choice but to trust a total stranger. So then the guy said, okay, I can help you. I will go in front and you come behind me and just don't lose my car. Like, try to follow me and I'll take you to the destination. And then she said, I don't want to take your help for free because I know your time is important too. And the actual place was only 2 hours away now because she already traveled 6 hours, one night 4 hours, and then the second night 2 hours. So it was only 2 hours away. So he said, I will take you there. And she said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you $100 if you help me reach there because I get about $400 a month and I will get it as soon as the month ends. And then you give me your phone and address and everything and I will mail it to you, or you can collect it from me by coming, whatever suits you. So he said, okay. Then he wasn't willing to take it. He said, no, you don't have to pay me. I'll just help you. She said, no, that's not right because you're going to invest your time and you're going to use your gasoline and your time is worth something. So I don't want to take it for free and I'm in real danger. And this time you're helping me. And my intuition, my gut telling me that you're a good person and I should trust you. So I'm just gonna listen to my intuition. So then she buckled up, he buckled up, and she was following him. And she saw that there were a lot of trucks at night on the highway. But even though there were trucks sometimes coming in between them, but always he managed to pull himself back in front of her. And sometimes he did that even magically. So but she thought, okay, it's just God's trying to help me. And then after 2 hours, by the time it was almost 5 or 6 a.m., she reached to the beach house. And then she found the exact address, and then she thanked him and took his phone number, address and everything. So then she said, I'm going to either come to your place, give you the money, or mail you, but just know that I will give it to you. I will not cheat you of anything. So then he just gave her a smile and she thanked him. And then he just, after that, she didn't see him. He just vanished in the thin air with his car. Then while she stayed there for a week, after that, her employer told her that they're gonna go to some relative's place, so she should just take the car and go back. And if they need her, they'll just call her again. So then while she took the car and going back home, after driving 2 hours, it happened to her again. She kind of got lost, and she felt like as if something was happening to her at a certain place where she kind of was losing her ideas and thoughts and concentration, and somehow the exit was just vanishing, so she couldn't get out the right exit. So she ended up going to the same gas station, and the guy was sitting in the car. So then she went and she explained, and she said she was so apologetic that this happened. So he said, "Don't worry, I'll just show you the way." So then he showed her the way until she could figure out how to go to the rest of the way. So he showed her for next 1 hour or so, and then he vanished, and then after that she knew how to get back. So she did her 4 hours and rested in a motel, and then next morning she did another 4 hours, got back home. Then she worked, and while she worked in the middle, she had to travel many places and take many lessons, and she had to learn, and she realized there's no other way because her employers need it. So then when the children also came back, then she went to many places with them, and by now about 2-3 months gone, and she already got her payment, and she feels much comfortable now. And so she sent the check, but somehow the check came back, so there was nobody accepted the check, nobody encashed the check. So then she had to go Florida again, with her employer went, and then she had, it was in a 2 months 3 months later. So she went, and then the same thing happened in the same area. So she saw the guy, and then she said, I mailed you the check, but the check never went in. So here's the check and the money. And he just didn't want to take it. So she felt bad, but then next morning she saw the address, and she went to the address, and then she knocked at the door. There's a elderly woman who opened the door, and then she said, "May I come in?" Then the elderly woman thought this is a young lady. I mean, she's not a burglar or anything. So she let her in, and then she said, then she explained the whole situation, and then she saw the picture on the wall, and then she said, "Who is this?" And then the elderly lady said, "This is my son, who's my only son. His name is Justin." And she explained the whole situation, that he was 22 years old and died in a car accident, and he was going to his work. He worked at a gas station, she mentioned, in that place where Rita always lost her track of the exit, near that exit, that gas station. So she said near that area while going to work he died. So she explained the whole situation, and she said he is always sitting there in the car in a gas station, and he helped me twice. So here's a $200. I tried to give him, but he wouldn't take it. He said, "I have no need for money now." And she didn't understand what he meant. He had no need for money now. And she said, "I would feel much better if you take it, because he helped me. Without his help, I wouldn't be here. And this is half a month of my salary, but it's okay because he was very kind and gave his time and showed me the way." And then his mother said, "Yes, he's a very kind man, a very good boy." Then she cried and she cried, and then she begged Rita if she could just help her visit her son once more. And she said, "Okay, I would do that for you." And then she took her and then went to the gas station, and they were sitting down, and then they saw that gas station was closed, and then the man sitting outside and the gas station inside the car. So then Rita took the elderly lady and knock at the car window, and then the guy opened and she said, "I'm so sorry to disturb you, but this I gave the money to your mother, and this is your mother, you know that." And she was crying so much and she wanted to see you for the last time. And now that I know that you're not here anymore in this world, but you were a very kind person and not afraid of you. So his mother saw him and she was into tears that he's still hanging around there. And then he said, "Oh, mother, don't cry. God is watching over you." And Rita really felt sad at that moment that this nice person didn't have to die, and he died because of some drunken driver who crashed into his car while he was going to work at night time, coming home at night time from work. The gas station always closed around 10 p.m. and he was coming on Friday night 10 p.m. That's when it happened. But he always stays outside the gas station. So his mother asked, "Why do you stay here outside the gas station?" Then he said he doesn't know where else to go, so he stays there. So this was a true story, and the person who experienced this and said after mother visited, then he was gone, and his car was gone too. It's just like everything vanished in the thin air. And before he vanished, he had a lot of sadness, pain, suffering into his face for the short end of his life. And then the Rita took the mother home again, and from time to time, from her salary, she helped out the mother and went visited her. She didn't have any other children, so she made sure that she always gave something, sent something to her, even though it was quite far distance for her, about 6 hours of driving. But she sent some things on mail on special days, Christmas and things like that. So I hope you like the story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll see you with many, many more. Bye bye.